When I think about TRANSCOM, I think of the remarkable ability to meet whatever is required to move people and equipment anywhere in the globe. We're remarkable in that regard. I am Fleet Master Chief Donald Myrick, the Command Senior Enlisted Leader for the United States Transportation Command. TRANSCOM is responsible for the projection of power for the entirety of the Department of Defense. We do it from a maritime perspective at sea. We do it from an aviation perspective from air. We do it from a surface and rail perspective between long haul, truck, and rail. Looking at the United States of America and our ability to project said power anywhere, this is the reason why logistics is so important. And if you look at right now, a lot of the key documents, whether it's the National Defense Strategy, National Military Strategy, they're speaking to logistics within these documents because they understand the vital importance of logistics and our ability to actually be a global superpower. I never thought about joining the military. One of my best friends, Cornelius Walker, we grew up on the same block in Los Angeles, 41st Street. One day, just hanging with the guys, just said, hey, I'm going down to the actual MEP station and I'm gonna enlist in the Navy. And I said, why not? And the rest is history. We went down and we met with the recruiter. We took the entrance exam, and yes, that's kind of how it started. Early on, I would say in the first 4 to 5 years, I participated in Desert Shield, Desert Storm. And so I played a role in the liberation of Kuwait. And then I became a plank owner on the USS Boxer LHD-4. That's in the Navy, that's a very time-honored tradition to bring a ship to life. And I was able to experience that on the USS Boxer LHD-4. Well, I've had a lot of commands. So when I think about the greatest hits of my career, hands down the USS Peoria, LST 1183, where I served during Desert Shield, Desert Storm. Fast forward to the USS Lake Champlain. Naval Supply Systems Command. That was my first nominative job where I was working for a flag officer. And that gave me an opportunity to go back as a supply-rated sailor, to go back and be the senior enlisted for the entire supply community for the US Navy. Yeah, those particular tours stand out to me. My Uncle Donnie raised me as his son. I worked with him during the summer. He was a landscaper, and he just would talk about the importance of when you shake someone's hand, it's more binding than a contract. That's your word, and that's that integrity piece. My values were shaped very early by him. I've always been passionate about integrity and character. It's just so important to me in my life. I live by these principles, these 3 principles, and those are that no one can take your character, integrity, or professionalism. You have to give it away. We are a volunteer service. So each of us that decide to serve, we did it because we chose to. But when you start growing in life and you take on a family, you don't necessarily have a choice in that equation. And so it is my belief that the service to our nation is far greater of an impact on our families than on us. And so I now, as I've gotten older and I'm in a position of influence, I really try to emphasize, particularly to anyone that's within my circle of influence, make sure your family comes first. Don't make any decisions that you don't include your family in that actual equation. The United States of America is the greatest nation on earth and the only superpower because of the prowess of US TRANSCOM and our ability to project power anywhere in the globe. And if we have to project that said power to get in the fight, stay in the fight, sustain ourselves in the fight, get our wounded off the battlefield, or repatriate our fallen, and it's just, we're remarkable in that regard. If I were to be able to go to every single person within a TRANSCOM interview and have a one-on-one in person with them, I would first shake their hand and say thank you. Thank you first for allowing me to serve you. I have always seen myself as an advocate for the enterprise. And in return, I have watched each and every one of our actual teammates, irregardless of what their job is, whether it's, again, aeromedical evacuation, whether it's surface movement within our SDDC command, across the globe, I have watched time and time again the mission get met while also incorporating, minimal risk and no loss of life. And that in itself is just truly remarkable. Thank you, Team TRANSCOM. It's been an honor to serve alongside each and every one of you.